Thank you again for watching my video called Sharing Life with You. I hope that you are doing wonderful in this day. I know that we're coming up to the end of the weekend. I know it's a very windy day today. I was going to go outside and record, but it was just too windy for me to go ahead and do that. So I just decided to go ahead and record this from my apartment. And I really hope that at the end of every video that you watch and share with someone, that it is a blessing in their life as well. And I'm always thinking about what is it that I can talk to you about that would help you um, uh, in the world that we live in today. And you know during my time of meditation, I begin to think about you, about those who watch this video. And what really came to my heart was uh, a story that I'm reminded of. And again, that story is found in the Bible, where a father came to Jesus and was asking for his help because his son was sick and dying. And to make it very short, in that story, what really stood out to me was where it says that he called out for help. Uh, and I think that in our life, we have to come to the place when we find ourselves where things are just hard and you really don't know what to do next in your life. And I think that letting go of pride and even some of the wrong teachings from the past will really help you to really get the help that you really need. And where am I leading in this video? In that story, he cried out, it says, but I looked up the word cried out, and it actually means he called out for help. And I think that we need to do this in our life many times, where no one can really help you but God. And one of the things he said in that story was to help me in my unbelief. And even though a miracle had taken place in the life of his son, he still found himself where he could not believe. And I think that in life it happens to all of us, where we can go ahead and believe in a miracle, but we can't believe that God did that miracle. And I think that when you really come to sincerity in your heart and you call out for help, that's okay. And whether it is unbelief that you are faced with, because it's just hard for me to believe in God and still see all of the bad things that are happening in the world today. And what I believe that needs to be done is to really call out for help. And I know that there are many people in the world today that will call themselves to be atheists and not believe in God because of a choice that they have made, and it also is because of the things that they see going on in the world today. And so it's kind of hard to for some to say I believe in God and still see all of the bad things that are going on in the world, because a lot of times people will go ahead and question the existence of God because of the abortion that is happening and the murder that is happening in the world today and the wars that are happening. And even if we go back in history, when you look at all of the wars that have happened and all of the killings that have happened in the past, so people tend to always have a hard time trying to accept the existence of God. And I think that we can't deny that there is the existence of someone divine when we look at all of the universe and we look at how the world still exists today. Um, you know, I think that the problem that we have is in our mind, and we put this wall where we refuse to believe in the existence of God, you know. But going back to the story, uh, this man, even though the miracle had taken place in the healing of his son, yet he was honest enough to say, help my unbelief, you know. And I think that what we should do in our life is if we find ourselves in that situation where, you know, I can believe that miracles do happen, I can believe that man exists today because of something divine, but yet it's hard for me to believe in God. Well, then be like this man in the story where he called out for help to believe in the existence of God. You know, I think that there are things in life that no one is going to be able to help you in your problem but God only. And I know that you have to swallow pride, and you have to admit sometimes that, you know, what I thought was right I was wrong, and that's fine. It's happened to me as well. Anger also can cause someone not to believe in God. You know, an experience in their life of something really bad happening could change their belief in God, and then choose not to believe in God at all. You know, I really hope that every video that you watch of me actually will help you come to the place of faith in your life, and of hope in your life. As the world continues to exist, and as man continues to live on earth, you are always going to see things that and hear about things that will sometimes question your faith. And this is us being human, and us having a mind that will get in the way many times to believe in the existence of God. But I think that if we're honest enough, whether you're a man or woman, teenager, that if you simply will begin to call for that help for, I need to believe that there is a God, and everything else, you have to really learn to let it go. Because if you sit there to try to come up with answers of all of the bad things that are happening in the world, it could drive you crazy. And you know, there are things that in my own personal life I don't have the answer, but I hold on to that faith, that faith in God, in other words. And if I find myself where I begin to waver, in other words, where I begin to have this, is really God here or is he not here? You know, I'm honest enough to say, well, help me with my unbelief, to believe in you and to believe that you really want something good for my life, you know. I really don't want to spend too much or take too much of your time in my videos. I really want to make it to where it really helps you in your life. And I leave you with that today. I really leave you with that, not only in what you hear, but also that it may enter into your heart, you know. Then if you find yourself in life where you're having a hard time in believing in God, you know, call out for that help. Call out for that help to where he can help you to believe that the existence of God is true. And begin to seek God, in other words. And when I say seek God, what I'm saying is begin to look at all of the good things that are happening in life. And when you see the good things happening in life, you're gonna see God working uh, in these areas, you know. And I think that when you hear of some tragedy, um, you know, all we can do is just pray that the human person will go ahead and call out for God's help in their situation, you know, because there is a lot of things that are happening in the world. But the wonderful thing that we have is a choice of will, in other words, that God doesn't control me. He allows me to have this free will to live my life with all of the blessings that He has given me. And how is it that I receive the blessings in life? Well, it's me moving in life, in other words, and getting away from all of the things that become a distraction that will stop me from enjoying life. You know, I leave you with that short little video. There's nothing wrong in calling out for help in your time of unbelief, to believe in God. And I think that when you do that, and you don't give up, and you continue to do that, uh, God will bring the right people into your life, not to preach to you, not to give you sermons, but simply to help you to believe in God's existence. And I hope that you do find God in your life, and that you continue to live life to the best that you can. Enjoy life while you have it. Do all of the good things. Be kind to people. Be helpful to people. And those who are not kind to you and find problem with you, then just learn to let them go. Learn to let those things go and continue to move forward in your life. And I believe that when you do this, I believe that you're going to find yourself to be more free than you've ever been in your life. And I just want to leave you with this today. On this day, there is nothing wrong, again, to call out for help in your time of unbelief, for the existence of God to be in your life. Again, I want to say thank you. I want to say share my videos with other people who are in need. And I want to just continue to inspire you to change. And again, I say thank you from the bottom of my heart. You have a wonderful day and a wonderful weekend and a wonderful week. Again, thank you.